Bearded Bros podcast on the Titan Sports Network. Two bearded dudes sitting in a pod, talking sports, never really bored. From football to basketball, they dive deep, laughing and debating, making us keep. They share their thoughts, no matter how wild, in a room filled with beard and pride. The refs might not understand, but they know what's right, no need to explain. The Bearded Bros, they're the best. Podcast fun with no rest. Sports talk with a side of jest. Laugh and learn as they say. They're not afraid to disagree. In a world of sports, they'll always be free. Bearded wisdom, you can rely. In their podcast, you won't feel shy. Through wins and losses, they stay true. Discussing every play through and through. Their passion for games is clear to see. In their chatter, we all agree. The Bearded Bros, they're the best. Podcast fun with no rest. Sports talk with a side of jest. Laugh and learn as they say. They're not just talk, they act too. Making jokes, giving us a clue. The Bearded Bros, they're the crew. Podcast fun till the very end, you knew. Bearded Bros, they're the crew. Podcast fun till the very end, you knew.
What is up, everybody? Happy Sunday, July 6th. I mean, I always think it's weird after a major holiday. You know, you got Christmas, and then it's like December 26th. It's just another day, right? It's another day. Big weekend, but now here we are Sunday, just another day. Next holiday is Thanksgiving. So we have a long. Well, I guess you got Labor Day in September, but
yeah, I mean, you have Labor Day, but yeah.
But of course, I am Derek. This is Dustin. We are the Bearded Bros. Not a lot happening in sports, man. What do we got on tap for tonight?
So, NBA Summer League started this past weekend, and some standout players, but a really big standout player. But I'm not surprised by it. So we'll talk about how that went. MLB, I mean, we're about almost halfway through the season, which is crazy to think about. So we'll kind of talk about who's hot in MLB, kind of what's going on with that. WNBA is coming up. The All-Star break for them is soon. So we'll see what's going on with that. Super, super excited about. I mean, I don't really know what the All-Star break is like for the women. I've never really watched it. Is it just the game itself? Is that really it?
Probably. I mean, they don't have a dunk contest, obviously.
Yeah, so
there's probably some kind of skills challenge, I'm sure.
Right.
But yeah.
Well, yeah, that's that's going to be awesome. But yeah, that's about really all. I mean, I did watch the BMW International Golf Opening yesterday. That was pretty. I watched a little bit of that yesterday. I didn't know anybody playing though.
No, it wasn't the normal people.
Yeah, it was not. So I didn't really recognize anybody. But I mean, other than that, it was kind of a not so busy sports weekend. Which I know what people call the main sports is over, but it's all fun. Still, any sports being on it is awesome to talk about sports in general. So, let's talk about the this summer league stuff, man. Edgecombe went crazy in his first game,
and I loved seeing it.
He just went crazy, man. And I love seeing it too because I knew that's what we were going to get from him. The problem that I hate is he's in Philly. That's the only thing I hate is he's in Philly.
Yeah.
But I don't hate that it's not necessarily because he's in Philly. I just don't know what else we're going to get from Philly. Like, is Paul George going to be healthy? Is he going to show up? Is Embiid going to be available? I mean, we know what we're going to get from Tyrese Maxey. Is McCain going to come back healthy? So, like, there's just all these little bitty things with Philly, and you have this young kid coming in that I think is going to star for them. Like, I think he could be.
He very well could.
Like, I think he could be really good for them. I know it's just summer league. I know he's playing against inexperienced, not so good players. I'm not gonna say they're not good, but you know where I'm getting at. So, like, but he has the potential to be, really good, man. I really think so. So he looked good.
He was the only one outside of Harper that I would have liked to have right there at 2.
Yeah.
And if we would have made some kind of deal with Philly and moved back from 2 to 3 and picked up Edgecombe and got a first round next year plus McCain or something like that, I would have been completely happy with it. I wouldn't have been upset at all. But they stayed put. They took Harper. Has not played this summer league, which it's no big deal. Bryant did play the other night for us. He looked okay. I thought, he wasn't a big scorer in college either.
Right.
So for him to come in and do exactly what he did, he had 7 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 steals, no blocks, but that's okay.
He looks good. He looks good. But again, like we talked about when they drafted him, is like he's not coming in to be the scorer. He's coming in to be the defender, to be able to shoot the 3 ball when needed. He's not your start. He's not a shooter, but he's just going to do the little bit of shooting. He's more of the defensive prowess that we need to help with on side by side with him. That's kind of what it is.
Yes, I agree.
So, but I did like the Jameer Nelson Jr. dunk. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure.
That looks good. So, he looks good, man. Like I was saying, the Austin Spurs have some players at their development. Like the problem with San Antonio, and when you really look at it, they are super guard heavy. So, like I think that when that time comes to cut. And we're going to lose guards. Now, I'm not saying we're going to lose the players that play for San Antonio unless there's a trade happening, but I'm talking about some of these guards are going to be moved or cut or whatever because we're so guard heavy. Like, it's insane how many guards we have.
It's almost like we're trying to do a small ball with Wemby as the only big. Now, I know we signed the other big
Cornet.
Started free agency, but. It's almost like you're trying to put people around Wemby to just run and gun and let Wemby do his thing.
Yeah, exactly. So,
and which that helps us too, because you look at if we do a small ball lineup and you say your small ball lineup is Fox, Harper, Vassell, Johnson, and Wemby. Right. Well, you look at teams like the Timberwolves or the teams like the Knicks, whose 4 is Randall. He's not going to guard Johnson on the perimeter. Johnson will blow by him every time. Right. So it's almost a mismatch. But now when you get to like Paulo down there in Orlando, he can guard a 4. Like he can guard whoever you put out there, big or little. So I'm curious. I'm curious to see what they do.
Yeah. I am too. I know it's just summer league. This is more of just look at who you have, evaluate who you send into the NBA, who you send into the G League. That's kind of what this is more of like an evaluation to see who you're sending to where you're sending them. So yeah, we'll see what happens though. But yeah, he looks good. Man, I watched. Let me see. I want to pull it up real quick because, by the way, the Spurs are playing right now.
They were tied a while ago, last I seen.
Also, Harrison Ingram from North Carolina has been looking pretty good too.
Yes, he has. He has. I was glad they pulled the trigger on that one.
Yeah, I knew when they drafted him last year. I kind of knew what we were getting. Um, so I mean, I wasn't really surprised by it. I mean, he's
So
almost a
what's up,
three.
Brandon?
Hey, what's up, Brandon? He's almost a 3-and-D player in a sense, a little bit. Um, but I think Carter's going to be better.
Yes.
Carter's going to be a stud. People are really
If he can develop some kind of offensive game, and I don't mean a 17 plus a night score. If he can get up to 10 to 12 a night, he's going to get a bunch of minutes because of how good he is defensively.
yes. I'm telling you, he's the next Kawhi Leonard player for San Antonio. I'm not saying he's going to be Kawhi, but he's like going to
Right.
be defense first, offense second.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's actually going to be a defender. Like you could sit here and say he's going to defend.
And I'm going to tell you what I like about what I also like about that pick is, as good of a defender as just say he's Kawhi-ish on the defensive end. Okay, what does that do for Fox, for Harper, for Vassell? They're going to have to go against him in practice.
Yeah.
That's going to make them better on the offensive side, also while tuning up his defense for guarding them guys. So that's huge.
Yeah, it is. I mean, he's going to get to play against some of the best in the game. Like Harper or young ones, Harper, Fox, even maybe getting a little taste of guarding Wemby at times. Just to see how he does against a Wemby player. So I mean, I think for Carter Bryant, it's like it's more going to be what can we develop with him offensively. What can we do to him to help him contribute at that level? Like we think we know we're going to get from him at defensively down the road, but what can we get from him offensively? Like can San Antonio turn him into like what they did with Kawhi? Kawhi had no offensive game coming in the NBA, like damn near none. Like I'm not saying he wasn't good, but like it was always defense, and his defense turned into offense, right? So can we get that? Can we get that kind of development out of him where we get a big defensive games from him, but he's great in the mid range. He can shoot some threes, like things like that. So I'm excited to see Harper play. I've been seeing things that he has like a hamstring growing injury. I don't know how true it is. I don't know if that's why he's not playing. I don't know why he's not playing.
So Kawhi's college stats were 12 points, 9.9 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals per game.
Yeah.
And he was drafted in the first round, ended up developing and becoming a star.
Yeah, it's exactly right. That's my point. If we can get anything like that out of him, San Antonio is they're winning. They're winning big time. So we'll see what happens, man. I'm excited to see where this San Antonio team Spurs where they go next year. I have a little bit higher expectations this year than I had the last couple of years since Wemby's came in.
Yeah, I agree.
I expect no less than like a play-in. Like that's the lowest.
I think they're a 5 seed.
I mean,
with no injuries, everybody playing like they should. I think they're a 5 seed.
Yeah,
if we're being honest.
And that's where I'm giving them some grace is like maybe the play-in due to injuries. But that's it. Other than that, like I think we're good where we are. And I'm excited to and people we don't realize that we really didn't get the Fox and Wemby effect. Like we really didn't.
Wemby was hurt 3 games.
Yeah,
or something like that. Yeah,
I mean, we didn't get them together. We really had them separate. We had them like a couple games together, and then Wemby was out. So I'm just excited to see what Mid Johnson does. I'm excited to see, do we get another big man? Do we stay with what we have? Do we use development players? I'm just curious to see what they do from here. What do we really do with the big man situation? Yes, we got Cornette, but we still have a big man problem. Like we only have 2. I would like to see them get one more. Just one more. Like, even if you keep Bismack Biyombo, I'm good with that. Like,
yeah, I agree.
Get somebody else. Keep somebody else. Do one more big man, and I feel good about it. So,
well, let's talk about this trade. That's Kevin Durant.
Oh my god, dude! What?
So, I've never seen such mess in all my years of watching sports. Okay, There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 people in this deal. Okay, plus picks, and there's all kind of picks going around, a little bit of cash. Of the 14, I have heard of 4 players: Durant, Capella, Jalen Green, and Dylan Brooks. Other than that, I have no idea who these people are. Some from this, I don't know why Golden State got in this mix.
Who did they
Golden
even
State,
get?
they got Alex Tuhey, Toohey, Tuhey. I guess they pronounce.
I actually think I
And
saved this. Okay, yeah, here we go.
and Jemiah
Mashak.
Mashak. I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I have no idea, dude.
I think this was done to make it all work. Like, as crazy as that sounds, there was something that wasn't working just with signing Kevin Durant. But when you think about it, they didn't even sign him, or I mean, like trading for him. There was something that wasn't working, like that didn't make sense, whether it was money or
Well, it couldn't have been
whatever.
money because Green and Dylan Brooks makes up Durant's money. So
do you see these players that Phoenix got?
that's what I'm saying, dude. Phoenix,
1, 2,
they just need to go ahead and go straight rebuild. I mean, obviously they are. When you get players, you have no idea the name.
Here's my question. So they've got 6 players. Is that the most players ever in a trade in the NBA that's been traded for like this type of trade? Like really, if you think about it, you have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 players are in this trade. 12 players and half of them went to one team.
Oh yes, yeah. I got what
crazy.
you're saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a total of 12 well, 14 if you include Kevin Durant and Clint Capella. But I'm talking about outside of what Houston got. It was 12 players were moved, and 6 of them went to Phoenix. But hey, if you look at the what Phoenix really got, Phoenix may not be a bad team. I know that sounds crazy when you're thinking about Kevin Durant leaving.
There are too many guards.
They're super guard heavy, and I do get that.
Now the Spurs are too, but the Spurs have decent guards and a center that is the cornerstone.
The problem with Phoenix is who's running your point. That's the problem.
Exactly. I guess Jalen Green's going to be their point. They're going to roll out a lineup of Green, Bill, and Booker. Brooks will be your 6th man, which is crazy. Yeah, I think that's crazy.
Do you think Kaman Malekith or whatever his name is from Duke? You think he starts? I mean, does he have a chance? I don't even know who their centers are now. I mean,
let's see. We're talking Phoenix. Now they had a decent draft, I believe. Let's see. So as of right now, they have their starters as Booker as the point, Green, Bill, Dylan Brooks as their 4, and Mark Williams as their 5. So the kid from Duke's not even starting.
I forgot they got Mark Williams in that trade.
Yeah.
That's actually huge for them. I'm telling you, like, again, I keep, people forget. I even forgot that when the year they went to the finals, they didn't have Kevin Durant. They got him the year after. And, like, they had a squad, like, I mean, it can be done again. But,
no,
like,
Phoenix, then you talking about the Eastern Conference Finals? I mean, the Western Conference Finals?
No, they went to the finals. Remember, that's who Milwaukee beat in the finals was Phoenix. That year they won. Yeah, that's who they beat was Phoenix. They beat him in 5. They smoked them.
Yeah. I thought they beat Dallas.
Yeah, they beat.
The Celtics beat Dallas.
Yeah, Celtics beat Dallas. Right. Celtics beat him in 5 last year. Or this technically.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Yeah, but yeah. So like Phoenix, I mean, maybe Devin Booker gives it one last year. Maybe see what this squad can do, and then like if they just do absolutely nothing, because I mean, really, how worse can you get? You didn't make the playoffs last year. I think the year before you were done in the first round. So like, I really think that you this is me. If I'm Booker, like seriously, I give it one more year, and this is like the year we either win it or I'm out. And that's the way I would like to tell the organization is like, hey, we win it or I'm out.
Mhm.
Like see what else. Maybe they can go trade some of these guards. Maybe they can like make moves for some other pieces now. But like, what is Devin Booker? Probably 28, 29,
28.
creeping into his 30s, a couple more years. So like, he's got probably 3 to 4 more good prime years, and then he'll start falling off with hair. Because I mean, everyone starts to fall off early 30s, mid 30s, like kind of really out of their prime. So, well, and then Bradley Beal. I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, crazy trade though. I've never seen a trade like that in my entire life, and I've been watching basketball since I was like watching.
So they went up 2-0 in the finals, and then lost 4 straight.
Did they? Okay, I
Yeah.
knew. Yeah. So I mean, yeah. And without Kevin Durant, that's like they can do without Kevin Durant. That's why I never understood why they went and got Kevin Durant. Nothing against Kevin Durant. I'm just saying I didn't understand that. I didn't understand the move. I guess they thought that was the move to get them over the top. But look what they got rid of. They actually got rid of some key pieces. Like so, I mean,
that team. So that team was Booker, Chris Paul, DeAndre Ayton, Mikal Bridges, and Jay Crowder.
Yeah, Jay Crowder.
Yeah. So let's go down this road. Is Kevin Durant a franchise killer? Outside of Golden State, which Golden State didn't need him, right? They just beat Kevin Durant. They don't need him. He comes over there and gets him a ring. Goes to New York or New Jersey, Brooklyn. Doesn't do jack crap. Goes to Phoenix. Hasn't done jack crap.
Yeah. I don't want to say he's a franchise killer. I think what's going on is everyone keeps thinking he's the missing piece. But you've got to have more than one piece, if that makes sense. Like it's not just.
But I mean, he's been the missing piece for 3 teams now, and not.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like they will trade him for him, and they will give up some of those pieces that may be like big to whether it's the bench players or maybe a starter. Like they're giving up what they like, kind of like how we were saying with San Antonio. You may give up this, but you're also losing scoring, but you're still getting Kevin Durant. That's what these teams have done. They're getting a KD, and they don't realize what they're really losing. They're just looking at the player. They're not looking at the production of the player. They're like, like the whole move, here. Oh, we're getting Kevin Durant, but we're giving up Jalen Green, and we're giving up Dylan Brooks. That's what I'm saying. Like that, they're giving that up, not realizing what they're actually giving up. You're giving up your best scorer last year and your best defender for an offensive weapon. That's what I'm saying. I think that's the problem with these teams. I have always traded for Kevin Durant. They don't really understand what they're giving up to get him. He's your missing piece, but you can't give up this to get him. You've got to figure out another way to do it, whether it's involving other teams, like those things. Like I think Kevin Durant can be someone's final piece, but you can't give up your role players that you use and anyone off your starting 5 to get them, because then really you're not really adding your missing piece. You're taking away and adding a piece now. That's how I look at it.
Is Kevin Durant a top 10 player in the league when healthy? Where's my pen and paper?
Gosh, man. I feel like a top 10 is just so hard because, I mean, respectfully, no.
That's what I think as well.
Is he a top 5 scorer? Yes. But overall player, I don't know if I can give him that.
I mean, is he a top 5 scorer?
When healthy, I think he's one of the best scorers.
Let's see. You got Luka, SGA, Curry.
Yep.
That's just 3 right off the top of my head. I'm not even thinking right now. Yeah.
I think I'd have to put Kevin Durant in there.
Would you put Book in there?
Not over Kevin Durant. I'm talking about just pure scoring. And I look at all three levels because I really do think Kevin Durant can do it from all three levels.
Oh, I agree, but I think the league is so much more balanced now,
No, it is.
especially with the two teams that went to the finals. I mean,
No,
you can
definitely.
see.
I just look at pure scoring and like pure offensive, like how much of a threat he really is. I think Kevin Durant's a top 5 offensive player in this league. Like, not like I said, but I wouldn't put him as a top 10 player. But scoring, yeah,
Yeah,
I would probably have Steph, Luka, SGA, and this is people are gonna say I'm crazy, but I'm gonna say probably Kyrie, maybe Anthony Edwards, maybe one of those two, and then probably Kevin Durant.
now you're talking about scoring, right?
Just pure scoring, yeah.
What about Jokic?
I mean, he's up there too. I mean, see, it's hard to do 5
Because now if you do Kyrie and Jokic, now Kevin Durant's 8th at best.
yeah. I mean, I guess I'll take it back and say he's in my top 10 of scoring, pure scoring. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I didn't think about. There's so many players to think about, when you're really talking about like being the top at this and that. So yeah, that was a good one though. But yeah, I mean, like I want to say it again. I don't think he's killing people's franchises. The organizations are killing their franchises because they're what they're giving away to bring in Kevin Durant.
Yes,
that's what
I agree.
Kevin Durant's a heck of a ball player still. He really is. He's just like you gotta figure out a way to not give up your core, including your starting 5.
So let me ask this. On this side of it. Are people trading for him based on name alone? Like could Kevin Garnett, could Kevin Durant, or should Kevin Durant? Yo, what's up, Evan?
What's up, Ev?
Could Kevin Durant take a reduced role and be more efficient for a team? Like if Kevin Durant would have said, "Okay, Booker, okay, Bill, take the lead. Let me be that second, third option." Or if I'm feeling it one night, let me be the main option. But if I'm not, let me take that reduced role and let me just fit in kind of where get in where I fit in type of thing.
I mean, I think he kind of plays that way sometimes. It depends on how the game's going. Like if Book's on fire, I think he does take a little bit of a step back. Like,
see, I'm just the opposite. I think even if Book's on fire, I think Kevin Durant still wants his numbers. He still wants to put up 25, 30.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's not going to shoot. But I'm just saying, like, if he really, I actually just watched a podcast he was on, and he was talking about how since the year after he won MVP, I think is the year he was talking about. He said when he went to the Warriors, he realized how much more he could bring to the game by becoming a passer. Now, obviously, he was with Steph and Clay, so like obviously he had, you could say, better shooters with him, right? Something he's never really had. So I think he does realize that, but I do think if he wants to prolong his career, is to really like take that role as like, Jabari Smith, you're at 20 already. We're in quarter number 2. Hey, do your thing. I'm gonna sit here and get some shots. I'm gonna do me still, but like you take over. You're starring right now, or whoever that might be, whether it's Thompson or Fred VanVleet, like whoever is like really killing it at the moment. I think that everybody should. I think he should start doing that to prolong his career more than necessarily help the team, because I think it could, like, kind of taking that backseat role of being
Yes, Evan said they're still going to need him to close. That's what they were missing. I agree. That now they were missing. Houston was missing a closer. I agree with that, but you have to keep. This is my thing on Kevin Durant. I think you have to keep him involved enough that when it gets down to the time to close, he's not mad because he hadn't been involved in the first 3 quarters, right, and now you want him to close you a game out. So, like, that's what I'm saying when I say he's going to have to get his. Like, he's going to have to get his shots. He's going to have to get his points, because if not, in the fourth quarter, I don't think he's going to be relevant because he's going to be checked out.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think every player like that, though, or should become that way. Like, I think LeBron has starting to slowly take that role a little bit more. Maybe it's because he had Luka and Anthony Davis, but like, he doesn't have to be the offensive defensive threat like he used to be. Like, he can kind of take a step back for one, because I mean, he's going in year 23 now, or 22, whatever it is. So like, I really do think that these older players, like even Dame Lillard, when he comes back, if I'm Dame Lillard, when I come back this year, I'm taking a 6-man role the whole year. Like, just to, like, for one, not tear my Achilles instantly because I didn't take the time to come back, right? Like, which I think wherever he ends up, they're going to take it slow with him anyways.
Where do you think he ends up? Now, because I'm 100% in agreement with you. I almost think Dame needs to go to a team that has a solid point guard. Not necessarily that's better than Dame, because I don't know if there's a lot of point guards that are better than Dame when Dame is healthy. But just a solid point guard that where Dame could work the 6-7 role, and then maybe when playoffs start, he could get increased minutes.
I mean, it all depends. So I know that we were all talking about him the other day, I think, in the group chat. I know you and Evan were. It really depends. Is he still wanting to play away from home? Does he want to be closer to home? So Evan
said he might be a Warrior.
So if he wants to stay closer to home, I'm going to say he either goes to the Clippers or the Warriors.
I thought Clippers behind Harden.
Nah, yeah, like he'd play off the bench for them, but like the next year if he plays again, I could see him start. Like, I
could see him starting in playoffs.
Yes,
because you want your best in the playoffs. You got a Dame, Harden, Kawhi front court.
Yeah, like, it would be crazy. But if he doesn't care where he goes for another couple years, and I think I said this, I would love him in Detroit behind Kane Cunningham.
I was thinking Magic.
Or there too. Yeah.
I think Magic would be pretty good.
Or one of the younger East teams. Could he end up in Boston?
Now, see, Boston would be – I think they would ask too much of him, especially if Tatum's not back.
Yeah, but they have the same injury. So, like, they would – and they didn't happen too far. Well, Dame's happened before, but still.
But another thing, and they don't have a – who's their point guard? They got rid of Holiday.
Well, it's going to be Derek White probably.
It's probably going to be Derek White or Peyton Pritchard. Now, I don't see Dame sitting behind them two. Like, he'll want to play.
Yeah, I mean, but again, I think that Dame, if he has the mindset of like, I've got to, if I want to come back and stay healthy, he's got to take that backseat role and get comfortable playing again. Like, don't put too much on him. Don't put too much on that Achilles, because like Dame is getting older. What is he, probably 35, 36? Or is he not that old? If he's not that old, I'm surprised, but he's got to be that old now.
That's probably pretty close.
So, I mean, I just think if he'll take that backseat role for the remaining of the season, and depending on where he goes, if that makes the playoffs and like they have a strong case to like go far, then I'd come back full force. But you just want to be careful with his age. It's his aging for me and how much he does. Yeah, he's 35. Yeah, so I was right there, 30. I mean, because like this could be another, if he doesn't come back and do it slowly and take care of him, it's one more bad injury for Dame, and he's going to have to retire. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, he has to be careful, man. But I really want him to go to a contender. Like, if he ends up in Washington or something, that's going to really piss me off as a basketball player.
I don't think he'll. I don't think he goes anywhere like that. Even to start. Like, I mean, if Charlotte was to call him and say, "Hey, we want you to come be our." I don't think he does that. Now I know they got LaMelo, and I'm not saying that they would even call, but I'm just saying I think he's at the point now in his career where he wants to play still. He doesn't necessarily want to start, but I'm sure he would love to start still because I think he's still capable of starting in this league.
He is capable, but he's got to take it slow. But other than that, I mean, look at the injuries. I mean, you still have Halliburton, you got Tatum, you got Dame. Who else? I mean, there was like 8 players total, but excuse me, I'm not going to sit here and say they were all like big nine players. But why do y'all think now? And this is just a general question. Why do you think there's more injuries now in the NBA than there ever has been? Does it feel that way to y'all? Do you think it's just the workload? Do you think it's the workload coming into the NBA?
I see. So I saw this on a post, and I seen a bunch of people comment on it. 82 games is 82 games.
Right.
Like I mean, Jordan then played 82 games. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Jordan played 9 seasons of 82 games.
Mhm.
John Stockton played 13 years of 82 games. So, I mean, it can't be the workload because they're still playing the same amount of games, the same amount, the same length. I mean, everything's the same.
Yeah.
I think, man, it's going to sound weird, but I think all the load management is really hurting
the non-playing.
Them not playing. Yeah, because, you play 5 or 6 games, and then you sit out 2 or 3 games, and you come back for 12 games, and you sit out for 3 games. I mean, I know you need your rest, but I mean, we don't get to do that. Do you get to go to work for a week and say, you know what, boss, I'm going to take 5 days off just because, then come back and work for 2 days and then take another 3 days? No, you don't. Now, we're not running up and down the court like they are, and I get that, but I don't know. That's my kind of take on that.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good question. I mean, it's a good thing, though. I mean, a good thing to talk about is because, like, but you know what? I look at all sports, like football, baseball. It seems like we have just a lot more injuries now. Baseball, even, like, it's always somebody's always hurt. I understand there's hundreds and hundreds of players. Like, I get it. It just seems like we're having so many injuries now. And not only just injuries, but like severe. Like, we're talking about Achilles is a big one in the NBA right now. ACLs have kind of always been there.
Mm-hmm.
ACLs, MCLs, those are knees, but it seems like that Achilles has been a more common injury over the last 5-ish years or so, and it sucks, for these players, especially like a Dame who is on the back end of his career. He's like I said, he's 35. Like, what does he come back and what can he actually do now? Does his Achilles feel like he's 25 again? I mean, I thought Kevin Durant's been one of the best to ever come back from an injury like that. He came back. I thought he played just as good before he tore his Achilles. So, Evan said it's rarely the players call when they sit, so that's coming from the boss. I mean, I do agree. I think there were a handful of players that actually say, hey, I can't play. Like, I'm actually like Embiid. Like, I think he's actually saying I can't play back-to-backs. Like, I can't. I physically can't do it. Kawhi
he missed a daggum year almost.
Yeah, he missed almost a year and a half. He missed he missed half a year in San Antonio, or no, a year over there, and then so he missed time in Toronto when he got traded.
Yeah.
So I just feel like it's more of an injury now than an injury thing than it's been in a long time with all these injuries. So I don't know. I mean, I feel like they have the best doctors, the best everything. That's not just him saying that, though. Right. I mean, they're definitely going to try to persuade him what's best for him. But I think that's the reason why they do take a lot of time off, Derek, because they think it's going to help them.
Yeah.
And maybe it's actually hurting them. Maybe it's actually hurting them in some cases. When you're not, it's almost like when you're playing basketball for the first time in 10 years and like, your joints and your knees and everything will hurt afterwards. But it's not that type of thing, but it's kind of is like when you're playing every other game. So like you have a good game and then you have to sit out a game, then you have an okay game, then you sit out a game. Well, then like you start declining in your play because you can't ever get in like a rhythm because they're telling you, hey, we want you to take every other week off, like all this stuff. Like, I don't know. It's crazy. But hey, we'll see. Oh, whoa, sorry. I pressed the wrong button. I didn't know what this was over here, and I accidentally pressed the wrong button. Yeah. So, man, we'll see what happens though. I hope we start to see less of injuries. I hate when people get hurt, man. I really do. I hate it so much because I hate when Halliburton, when he went down, and the game 7, I hated it.
Yeah, because it always turns into a what if.
Right.
Like, what if he was healthy? What would have happened?
Exactly. So, I don't know. Well, we'll see what happens, though.
Let's kind of a transition away from basketball for just a second. Let's talk about old Turpin for our Cowboys.
What happened?
Oh, so you didn't see that today?
What did he do?
Turpin arrested on 2 misdemeanor charges.
Jesus Christ!
Now he was released on bond, $1,500. So I mean that's not nothing for him. He had less than 2 ounces of pot and an unlawful carrying of a weapon. I've never understood why people making millions of dollars risk it over pot. I think of Sam Hurd. I don't know, probably 8 years ago. For the Cowboys, he was caught with like 20 pounds of weed, and I think the value of it was $40,000 or something like that. He was making $6 million that year, and wasted it all for $40,000 worth of pot. Like it just baffles me.
Yeah, it's crazy. Why people do stupid stuff. I mean, it really, really, really is. I don't understand why these people do it. I don't understand why. For one, you make all this money, and you're not doing the right thing. Like, you don't have an excuse. Maybe you have too much money. I don't know, but like, stop being stupid.
Yeah.
Like, you're making all this money, but you're about to lose it all because you're not going to be playing no more because you're doing things like this. Like, I just don't understand it, man. I don't understand what is going on with these players, like the whole Malik Beasley thing with the betting. Like, what are y'all doing? Like, you're honestly, you're set for life and
throwing it away over a couple extra thousand.
Yeah, over a couple of extra thousand, or because you have some kind of addiction, whether it is marijuana or alcohol or gambling or just spending. Like, when you're, and I think I've said this before recently, it doesn't matter how big of a star player you are, whether you're the star quarterback, the best score player in the NBA, or you're the punter. When you're out in public or something happens, it will be everywhere. Somebody's going to find out. Like, you can't hide it. And I have never understood over all these years why people continue to do these things. They continue to do this. They will continue to do it. So I'm just like, why? Why do you keep doing it? Like, I don't understand it. I haven't figured it out, man, because it's I don't know. Like, I don't know why.
It's almost like it's the rush.
Well, it is. I mean, and look at it this way. Go back to Aaron Hernandez. I'll look all the trouble he had and look at what ended up happening to him, right? Like, star player, lot of money, but he was involved with drugs. He murdered people. Like, you do all the things you do to get out of that situation.
Mm-hmm.
and to end up just doing it all. I don't understand it. Like you're given this opportunity, and I'm speaking on him because I've watched a lot of stuff on him. He was on his way to be one of the best, if not one of the best tight ends alongside Gronk in the league. And they were going to be a duo. That could you imagine how many more they might have won if he doesn't do what he does? Like who that would have been crazy. That just would have been another weapon for Tom Brady, right?
For Brady, yep.
So, I mean, I don't know why the people that I understand they're human too. They're not supposed to be perfect. I understand they play sports and they're these figures and stuff, but just cut the bull crap, man. Just act right. Like we have to act right. Like just because you're in the NBA or in the NFL, you don't get to go do illegal gambling. You don't get to do drugs. You don't get to drink and drive. Like you don't get those things just because you're a star athlete. Like you have to follow the rules.
So, what always used to get me, and it still really does, is you see these people, these celebrities, whoever it may be, and you'll see the headline, "Oh, Patrick Mahomes." I'm just throwing a name out there.
Right.
Owes $9 million in back taxes from 3 years ago. Bro, if I owe $700, they coming to get me. They're gonna say, "Hey, we're gonna need that $700." Now they owe $9 million from 3 years ago. I owe $700 from last week, and you're like, "Yeah, but we're gonna need that. I'm gonna take it out of your check." Like, it should be across the board. You know what I mean? Like, I just, like you said, they do get a little bit more freedom because they're the celebrities, because they're in the public eye, and it just, I don't know, it's just not right.
Right, exactly. Like they, I don't know why they do it, man. I cannot. Hey, Evan, can you hear me now? You should be able to hear me. I had something on the wrong thing, but anyways, yeah, I don't know, man. Like the taxes is a crazy one, because like you get a notification on how on your taxes, like you have to go do them. So like they tell you how much you owe, and you just say,
Yeah,
man, I ain't got to pay my taxes. I'm a star player. But also, I mean, like, I'm kind of glad you brought up Patrick Mahomes, because, like, even all the stuff that was happening with his dad at one point, I forget if it was last year or the year before, or even with his brother, he finds a way to be in the limelight. So, like, even your family members have got to be, like, right.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I don't know. I don't know why these athletes do this, man. I think it is the rush. I think it's the excitement of having all that money. And I mean, I don't know. I think it's just a little bit of everything, man. Like, I don't know. I've never figured that out either. I would rather invest my money than spend my money on pot, alcohol. I mean, I buy alcohol now, so that wouldn't even excite me.
Right.
You know what I mean? So even the gambling, I don't even like to gamble. Whether I have a lot of money or not, I'm not really big into gambling. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I mean, they're human, so like I get it. They want to do things as well. I mean, that's fine. Just stay out of trouble, man. I mean, because once you get in trouble, especially now when you play professional sports, you get penalized, and that penalization could be kicking you out the league, depending on what it is. So you kind of have to be really careful when you go do some of these things, like the gambling and like the drinking and driving, or doing the drugs, or like, again, I'm not going to tell people what they do. Just know if you get caught, the consequences could be you being kicked off of a team, looking for another job, is what I'm saying. So I don't know why they do it though, man. I've never figured that out. Never have. By the way, I want to talk about the WNBA for a second. Since we're kind of on the that side of it, kind of. So
Okay.
I've been looking. So is the All-Star game kind of done the same way as the NBA? They have captains and then they pick the teams. Is that how it works?
I honestly don't know. I know I did see that Clark was a captain,
Right?
and was it Collier?
Yes, it was Collier.
Yeah. I'm looking at it right here. So July 18th, they have a 3-point contest and skills challenge at 8 p.m. on ESPN.
Okay.
On the 19th is the All-Star game at 8:30 on ABC.
Okay. So it's kind of the same thing, I guess.
Yeah. Let's see here. Your starters. So they've got the starters are Asia Wilson, Brianna Stewart, Satu Saboli from Phoenix, uh, OG Mike from Seattle, Inescu, Alyssa Gray, Collier, Clark, Paige Beckers. Shout out to Paige Beckers
Yes,
for
I saw.
getting a start.
Yes.
And Aaliyah Boston. So those are the starters. Um, I don't know. I don't really know how they pick the teams, but I'm assuming that there's some sort of right here, July 8th, which is Tuesday. Clark and Collier will draft their rosters during an hour-long WNBA draft. So they're going to pick their teams just like the NBA does.
Right.
And then you have your reserves are Diggins, Howard, Kiki, and then you got Mitchell, Plum, Thomas, Thornton, Williams, Young, and Reese. So Reese got hers as well.
She's not a starter.
No, she is not a starter.
Okay.
So yeah.
They're kind of talking about the. I still want to stick on this W. Who are you surprised by, and who are you disappointed in this year in the WNBA? Because we're about halfway through, which is, dude, how are we almost? I know they don't play as many games but still, like we're halfway through baseball. We're about to be halfway through ish with like.
I mean, I think you honestly have to say you're disappointed in the Fever and the Aces. Right.
Yeah.
They're both at 500, 9-9. Now I know Clark has missed a crap ton of games. She's just gonna miss her fifth straight game, or missed her fifth straight. I'm sorry. So they're doing a lot, and they're still good. I mean, but I think she's missing. I mean, there's no other way around that.
Right.
As far as who I'm surprised about, shout out to the Golden State Valkyries for being an expansion team, and they are in sixth place. 2, 4, 6. They're in sixth, so they're doing really well. For being a 1-year team, Liberty are up there. The Lynx are up there.
Phoenix is my surprise.
Phoenix, yeah, because they kind of overhauled their whole thing.
Yeah, they look good this year. They've looked really good. Like, but yes, the Valkyries have been surprising. But like I've told you, and this goes back to the Las Vegas Knights, the expansions teams. When we do it now, I feel like you're not necessarily as crappy as you think you are. You've just got to gel quicker than these other teams because some of them have already played together, right? Now, there's a chance you may get another teammate you've played with. So, like, there is that opportunity, but, like, everything's new. The coaching's new. Organization is new. Everything is new about it. So, like, but, yeah, shout out to the Valkyries for being over 500. They're, I mean, technically, when you look at the standings, they're over Indiana and Las Vegas in the standings.
Yes.
So, I mean, they would make the playoffs right now if they started today. So, I mean, kudos to them. I mean, that's awesome. A little disappointed in Los Angeles. Has Cameron Brink, has she even played this year?
I don't think she's even played. That's what I'm looking.
I mean, she needs to get off that podcast with Sue Bird or whoever she does it with, and like,
yeah. Well, she was hurt, and I think she's.
Is she still lingering? Is it still lingering around? I guess.
Yeah, she says out. It says remains away from the team and won't play Saturday against the Fever. So, I mean, it's still there.
I'm happy where Dallas is. They're not last.
I think they want to be last. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I think they want to get the first pick because they want to pair Asia Fudd with
Paige.
Get
them back together. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be that would kind of be crazy to pair them back together. But yeah, I mean, but what would you how would you feel about her being paired with Well, I guess that can't happen. Never mind. I was gonna say, what if Juju Watkins went there? How would you feel about it? I think she has to play another year after this.
Yeah, she has to play one more year.
So yeah, that wouldn't happen. But yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm excited to see. I mean, Minnesota. Minnesota was there last year. They lost to Liberty in the finals, if I remember right. Because they're the ones that beat out Las Vegas last year out of the playoffs, if I remember right.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see how that goes. I'm excited to see if Phoenix, if this is a fluke, or is this just, are they like for real? Like, can they compete for a championship? Which is so weird because they kind of let people go and they just kind of signed people. Like they let Brittany Griner go. She goes to Atlanta Dream and all that. And then like they're better, you know. I mean, even look at the Seattle Storm. They're 12-7. They're sitting right there in the mix too. You know, that's Breanna Stewart's old team. So like, I mean, do you like that? I hate saying this because this is my team, but I like the idea that Las Vegas isn't up there. Like, it's almost like seeing a new face. Like we have, Phoenix. Okay, well,
Yeah.
been good in a while. Seattle hadn't been good in a while. Atlanta Dream. But I mean, obviously, you still got New York up there, and you still got Minnesota.
So for me, and I'm like this, and I think everybody might be the same way. Unless my team's winning it every year, I want to see a different champion every year.
I agree. I'm the same way.
Like unless the Spurs are going to win the next 15 titles, I want to see Golden State win one. I want to see Atlanta win one. I want to see Miami win one. I think it's just better. Like nobody wants to see the same people every single year going and going and going.
Right. I completely agree. I completely agree with you. I do.
And I think that's something cool Dallas has been doing for the last 30 years. They've let other people win. So right. shout out to the Cowboys for being team players. I mean that's big. That's big for them. To not win one for 30 years and still be second all time in championships. So shout out to the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, they're just letting everybody.
Yeah,
they're just letting everyone to get the piece of the pie. That's it.
That's it. That's all they're doing.
They're just waiting for the year to get the big pie. All the small pies are being given out. They're waiting for that big pecan Texas Southern pie.
It.
So yeah, MLB. I mean not MLB. Sorry, WNBA. We're like I said, almost halfway through the season. So that's kind of see where
looks like USA is just going to lose to Mexico in the Gold Cup.
That's today?
Yeah, it's 2-1 with 5 minutes left. Or plus 5. I don't know how much time's left. But
remind me if I'm wrong, Derek. I'm not big on soccer. That's another sport, along with hockey and golf. Something I need to watch more of. This is the furthest as the USA's been in a while, right?
Well, this is just the CONCACAF Gold Cup.
Gotcha. Okay.
This isn't like the FIFA World Cup. So this is like a smaller. You kind of win, get your positioning, depending on how good you do, is kind of where you'll be ranked when next summer. I believe it's next summer when FIFA comes out. So that'll be huge next summer.
Okay.
But yeah, that's where we are kind of on that.
All
but
right.
yeah, looks like they're fixing to lose. That's all right though.
Yeah, I mean.
Real quick, Cubs up 10-0 on the Cardinals at top of the 5th.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, man, I know that there's not a whole lot going on in sports right now. Everything's kind of bland. Everything's kind of blah. Yeah. No real big news and like that. But no. I know I didn't do a poll this week, and I didn't do a poll for a reason. I wanted to ask you. Yeah, I wanted to ask you a question. Or really anybody. It doesn't matter who.
Go for
it. If the Longhorns weren't your team.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Who would be my team?
Give me three that you could root for.
Okay. So, and I'm going to talk about and one of them is going to shock you, and I'm going to save it for last, but no particular order. Like, this isn't the order I would root for him in. This is just who I would root for. So, Man, my last one I know. I don't want to name that one now because I'm going to shock you. I'm trying to think of a team. Honestly, you know what? This is going to sound crazy. Maybe this is
Nick,
just my time.
Nick said you got to say Notre Dame, right?
Hey, listen. Nah, I'll say I watched their coach. I love the coach. What's his name? I always forget his name.
Who?
The coach for Notre Dame. What's his name?
Oh, Freeman.
Marcus Freeman. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. I love Marcus Freeman, but I'm sorry, I can't stand Notre Dame. Till they get in the conference, I'll start liking them. You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I'll say Texas State. I was watching them before even Colt got there. I watched them a lot the last couple of years. Probably since GJ got there, I've been watching them a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
Mine are probably all going to be Texas teams, just because. I mean, I don't know. I'm just a fan of Texas football so much. I'd probably say Texas State. This is. There's so many teams. I'm trying to think of another team outside of Texas that I really like watching, because I don't want to say another Texas team. If I had to pick a team outside of Texas, man, this was tough, dude. You gave me a tough one
I was just thinking about it today.
Who else would I shoot for? Texas State and give me. Man, this is so hard. Why is this so hard to choose from? Because I always watch Texas.
I'll tell you mine.
Yeah, give me yours while I think about my second one.
TCU.
Okay.
Because it's right up the road. Somewhere you could go, a hop, skip, and a jump and go watch your team play. Okay. Arkansas.
Yeah, I like to watch Arkansas. I like watching Arkansas.
And
too.
I don't know why, but Ole Miss.
Okay.
I don't know if it's because of the baby blue uniforms. I have no idea why, but I've always kind of liked Ole Miss. I like Arkansas just because it's just straight up, the road from us.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be my three outside of A&M.
Okay. I think, and maybe this is the rivalry thing, but I think I'm gonna have to go with Oklahoma as my second one.
I thought about Oklahoma, but it's just I don't know.
I've watched them so much. Maybe it's because they've played Texas a lot. And Derek, I'm about to blow your top off with this third one. Okay, you're not gonna believe me, but I do catch myself. I still do it from time to time, especially if they're playing and Texas is off that week. I cannot believe I'm about to say this because it's true. I do like watch A&M playing bad football. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, everybody does.
I do. So I do watch A&M if like Texas isn't playing, because I do like watching A&M, and a lot of it does have to do with I know people on the team because for one, we just had one of them on, and they have East Texas kids on there. So I mean, maybe it's just the East Texas roots is why I watch some of these teams. Like I even watch UTSA quite a bit too. That's Jeff Traylor. I know a kid that's a running back over there, a quarterback that I watched him.
The running back from Gilmer.
Yeah, the running back from Gilmer, and they're backup quarterbacks from Gilmer. So, I've watched some of these kids, so it's kind of like following them, I guess you could say. But yeah, I mean,
to me now, college sports is different than professional for me. Like I could pretty much watch any NBA game, right? I mean, I can pretty much watch any NFL game. Like, I might not be so focused on it, but I can have it on. When it comes to college, I can watch any college football game. Doesn't matter if it's UTSA versus Texas State, if it's North Texas versus San Diego State Mental Hospital. It doesn't matter. Like, I would watch it.
Right. That's me.
College basketball, I would watch it, no matter who it is, because I just enjoy college sports. And plus, the more because we talk about a lot of it on here. So, I mean, we need to know who did what besides just regurgitating what ESPN says or regurgitating the stats that we find off of ESPN. And so it makes you dive a little deeper into it with there being so many teams. But I just enjoy it. I mean, really, college football, college basketball, I can watch anybody. It doesn't matter. But outside of A&M, I really do enjoy watching. Like I said, Arkansas would probably be my first team outside of A&M. I guess because they got a bunch of East Texas kids on there. The Northeast Texas, man, they are recruiting grounds for Arkansas. They come get everybody. Pleasant Grove, Texas High, Liberty ILO. I mean, all that area.
Yep, they do. So yeah, I mean that's a big one. Yeah, that was a good one, Derek. I don't know. I didn't think I've never thought about that. But those are my teams I catch myself watching are those, especially when Texas is off or before Texas plays or after they play.
Yeah.
But I would say I would agree. I will sit here and watch anyone play college sports. I don't know what it is. Like I was watching the basketball, the baseball, all of it, the softball. Like even though Texas was in the softball and they won it, I've watched that every year. So like I don't know. I mean, I'll watch professional too. Don't get me wrong, but I will lean towards my team only for the most part.
Right.
So, I mean, let's talk a little baseball. I mean, I'm just going to kind of go down here. In the American East, the Yankees are just sliding. They don't even lead the division no more. The Blue Jays do, which is kind of crazy. And Tampa Bay is right on their tail. They're actually tied. And then Boston's on their tail. So I don't know what's going on with the Yankees. Aaron Judge is doing his thing, but I think you're kind of seeing that they're missing what's his name? Carlos Stanton or wherever that is.
Soto.
Or Soto, not Juan Carlos still there, but Soto. And you go into the Central, Detroit's just killing it. No one's close to them. They're 13.5 games ahead.
Probably the best team in baseball.
Yeah, they are the best team in baseball right now. Are you surprised by that?
Yes and no. I think we talked about it with Sean on the preview show that Detroit was going to be really good.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I could honestly see Detroit just making a big move at the trade deadline and just really just getting on out there and doing some dominance. Maybe a Paul Skeene trade. Maybe I mean just going all out for something.
Right. Yeah. I mean, like I said, Detroit is your Chicago is 26.5 games behind them. But
that's okay. That's exactly where they want to be.
Yeah.
Still have 90 games left. I mean, if you win a third of them, that's your 30 games. Now you're ahead by 4 games.
Yeah. How many games did they win last year? Do you remember?
I don't remember. They more than 30.
I'm about to tell you right now. They won 41 last year, so they're already almost over that.
Yeah, we're almost all over that already. So
okay,
shout out Chicago White Sox.
Yeah, I mean you're improving, right? That's all.
That's right.
Then you go to the West. Houston is sort of running away with it. Surprised by that. I did not think Houston was going to be.
I don't know what's going on with Texas, dude. They have got to. They need a major move. They need to do something massive. I mean, shake the foundation and go do something. If not, you're going to end up getting left in this division.
You may tell you something that is surprising to me that we haven't seen in a long time from Jacob deGrom. He's killing it this year.
Yeah.
He is pitching so well for them. And I don't know what they need to do, but they're not winning enough. They will win, they'll lose, they'll win, they'll win, they'll lose, they'll lose, they'll lose, they'll lose, and they'll win, lose, win, lose. I mean, there's no consistency in the winning. I mean, the pitching, I said DeGrom has been their best pitcher in my opinion. This year. Let's see here. I mean, the batting averages aren't bad. Our worst batter is Jock Penderson, first baseman. I mean, but that's it. Everybody else is batting pretty well. I don't know what's going on. We just can't score, and we can't stop nobody. But again, DeGrom is killing it. I mean, he has 100 strikeouts this year, which is phenomenal. He is, what is his record? He's 9-2. But Derek, I will say, when I look at this pitching, I mean, he's head and heels above everyone, and that's kind of, like, it's just kind of sad because, I mean, for one, Jacob DeGrom's he's getting up there in age, man.
Yeah. Yes.
And he's pitched the most for them. That's scary. I mean, Nathan Novaldi's doing pretty decent. He's not bad, but the pitching's pretty bad. I mean, it's not where I thought we would be right now. I can tell you that. It's just not. I mean, you got Patrick Corbin giving up 4.1 runs. You've got Jack Leader giving up 4.29. You've got Kumar Rocker giving up 5.8 runs per. I mean, the pitching's horrible. You got one kid. I mean, he's only pitched one game. He gave up. It's just 13.5 ERA. I mean, the pitching's terrible. The pitching's the problem. Which this year there's no excuse because we're healthy. Like when DeGrom is your best pitcher, nothing is DeGrom. I think he's a phenomenal pitcher. Like even at his age, we have a problem. Like we just have a problem.
Yeah,
we do. We have a problem. Like we need to trade. We need to make some moves to get better pitching because like not only are you like Marcus Simeon's, how many like we're about to waste some years. We did all those moves to win one ring. And the last 2 years, we can't do a dang thing. And speaking of that, Texas just started and they already put a point up on the board. So good job. Hopefully we win today. Get us back to 500. I mean, they're really going to have to do something and go on a run, Derek, because Houston is on fire right now. They're 20 games above 500.
Yeah.
Well, not 20 games. According to where their loss is, they're about to be 20 games above how many games they've lost. So, I mean, I don't know. I think they're 10 games behind, 10 and a half games out of that first. So, like, I mean, they've got to go on. They're going to have to do something, man. And I mean, we need to make a move. We need to make a move to get somebody in, because if not, we're going to be in the same position we were, just looking
outside looking in
like we were last year.
Yep.
Yeah, 10 and a half games behind. So, I mean, really that's doable. Like we can make that up, but they got to make some moves.
Agree.
Going to the National League side over in the East, Phillies leading that with New York right on their tail. And it's really just those two. Miami.
Did we see? No, I didn't watch the Tigers game today.
No.
I didn't do a whole lot of nothing today, really.
Yeah, me neither.
We went to church, went 8, and then I just got to sit around.
Yep, same here. So, yeah, Philly and New York's really the top of that one. They're kind of back and forth. Philly's up a game and a half. Chicago, Milwaukee are pretty much – well, no, that one's kind of open a little bit. Pittsburgh Pirates are just whatever. It still pisses me off that Skeen is there because they're just so bad. But he needs to leave. I don't care if he's only in year 2. He needs to get out of there. And then down there in the West, it's really just the Dodgers. Kind of, you have San Diego and San Francisco kind of hanging around a little bit, and then your Colorado Rockies have won 21 games. So kudos to them for being one of the worst teams ever in baseball history since like 1899, when I wouldn't even thought of. I wouldn't thought of until 100 years since the last team was so bad. So yeah, kudos to Colorado Rockies for being atrocious at baseball. I think me and Derek could come out there and potentially do a little bit better, but I may be speaking for myself only. But yeah,
you are. I gave up baseball in sixth grade.
Yeah, I gave it up at like 12, but I mean, they're pretty bad. They're a pretty bad organization right now. They need to do a lot more than just get some pitching, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of where baseball is. Like I said, we're creeping up against the halfway point baseball. Like I said, Detroit, Toronto's looking good. Houston's kind of making a little lead for themselves. Up there in the American League. Then, like I said, you got Phillies and New York's kind of up there in that, Chicago and the Dodgers, of course. And my question to you, Derek, just right now, halfway through, do you think the Dodgers can get it done again? Do you think they can
Yeah.
win back to back? You think
I think
so?
they do. Yeah. If I'm a betting man, I'm putting my money on the Dodgers. Now don't
I think it.
Dodgers Tigers World Series maybe. I mean,
Yeah,
I
I
don't think
think
it's out of the realm of possibility.
I don't. As long as Otani comes back and they're being really slow with him right now. With he's had a lingering injury, so depending on if nothing really comes big out of that, I think it's good for him. But we'll see. I mean, you never know what happened. We'll just have to wait and see. Hopefully, nothing severe there. But yeah, I mean, Dodgers are looking good. If I had to pick anyone out of the American League, I'm gonna go Dodgers or Philly. I really like what Philly's doing. I know they've had some up and down times, but I would probably go Dodgers and or Philly out of the National League. And then I hate to say this, but I would probably pick Detroit or Houston. I mean, it is what it is.
Anybody but Houston.
I hate to pick Houston.
You mean Detroit or Toronto?
I mean, yeah, Toronto's up there. I mean, they've won their last 8, so we'll see what happens. Baseball is kind of getting to a little interesting time in baseball. Like I said,
this is kind of where I'll start picking up on baseball a little bit more, closer to the All-Star break, the back end of the season.
Yeah, exactly.
182 games is that too long? 162 games. That's a lot of games.
I mean, they play so many back-to-backs. It's unreal. I mean, to me, it feels like they never get a break. Maybe that's the reason we do have so many injuries in baseball. I don't know. I mean, I would like to see it cut back a hair because, like, what? So we get
Let's go to 100. Go to 100 games.
When is baseball over? They're over in October.
October.
Okay, so they play from
March to October.
Well, technically, spring ball starts around March time. That's a heck of a season.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind seeing it cut to maybe like 132 games. Give me 30 less. That'd take about a month more. I mean,
I was thinking between 100 and 112.
Yeah, like
take a good number off. Like take a month off the season.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. A whole extra month off because that's an insane amount of games. Yeah, 160. That's a lot of games. It's a lot of games to be played, man. It's a lot. That's a lot. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that, man. I mean, really, that's what's going on in sports right now. We're kind of dwindling down, waiting for football kicks off in about another month or so, month and a couple weeks. So that's when college will start to kick off, and then the NFL will be about another 3 weeks or so after that, maybe a month when preseason starts. So yeah, I mean, we're about to kick off. I mean, the first. Kind of just talking about that. Let me pull it up.
The 23rd is the first Saturday of college football, and then the 4th is NFL kickoff that Thursday night. Cowboys Eagles.
Wow, that's just crazy.
Yeah.
So when's the first football game? That's the first football.
The 23rd.
August 23rd.
August 23rd should be the first week of college football. Let me double check on that.
August 3rd. You got Idaho State, UNLV, our kid from Jefferson.
Kansas State, Iowa State at 11 a.m. ESPN. Big one.
Yeah, that's big.
Now these are, I guess this would be considered week 0. Well, it says week 1.
Yeah,
so
that's week 1.
So that's Saturday. So Thursday. Luke, there's so many Thursday games on the 28th.
Yeah.
And then Friday the 29th, you got a bunch of games. And then Saturday the 30th is Texas, Ohio State.
That's going to be
that's all the big games. Yeah, that's when we're full effect. Alabama, Florida State on ABC.
So really the Wednesday before the Saturday, August 23rd, we can
we'll start our college.
We'll start our basketball, our football stuff again. It's crazy to even think about that.
Let's see. Yep, but yeah, the 20th. Our college preview on the 20th.
That's crazy. I can't even think about that, dude. I cannot believe we're so close to football already again.
So close. I'm ready for it.
Yeah, I'm excited for football. I'm ready to get back into the pads and the helmet again.
Yep.
Well, Derek, what we got? We got anything coming up? I know we have something on the 16th of July, which
Yeah,
is
the 16th, we have the young lady from Michigan. As far as I know, that's still a go.
okay.
Still got a bunch of stuff in the works. The holiday kind of hit, and so haven't really heard a whole lot from anybody else. But just keep beating the pavement and see what we can see what we come up with. If not, we'll just keep continuing to talk about sports and get ready for football season.
Yeah, for sure, man. That's awesome. Yeah. We appreciate, of course, everyone being here. Again, scan the QR code over here. I think the other way is to Derek's side.
Yep.
But yeah, scan the QR code if you're not following us on all of our socials and streaming platforms. And yeah, I mean, continue to be here and support us every day. The Tire Sports Network is on. So continue to be here to support me and Derek with the Beater Bros, and then everybody else on all. I mean, you have Evan and Caleb tonight with Recognized Game at around 12-ish Central Time, midnight. Then tomorrow you'll have the Mac Brooks show with Mac around 4-ish or so.
Yeah.
She's coming out of a sport, so I mean, so she's kind of figuring out a really good schedule. But around that time, then you have Crew Talk at around between 7 and 8 the Central on Mondays. Tuesday you got Sorry in Advanced. Wednesday we'll be back, of course, with Beater Bros, me and Derek, and then on Thursdays you have On Time Sports with William and Casey. So, and then of course Friday we do our little golf stream. So yeah, I mean we're we're continuing to try to grow in general. We're looking to some other things right now with trying to grow. So keep up with that. Hopefully when we do those things, we'll be posting them on our socials. So that's another good reason to follow us, to kind of see what we have going on. And then, so we'll see what's going on. So yeah, we appreciate everybody watching. And be here tonight to support Caleb and Evan with Recognized Game with their show. And until then, we will see y'all on Wednesday. Everybody have a good night, and see you then.
Later, buddy.
Later, man.